Hey guys, here to do another review today, another requested review. I've searched quite a while on my comments to try and find out who did it, but who requested it, sorry, but I honestly can't find you. If you do make requests, if you can send me like a little message or something, like a PM, then I'll be able to name who you were and say thank you, and it means I'll always remember if you've requested something, and I can always do it because I can look in my messages and stuff. But this is a review on Chromedome, another good old Headmaster, the second Headmaster I picked up after Apeface. I'll be honest, I was a little disappointed after getting, you know, quite a cool Apeface character to get this. Although he is a very nice transformer and quite a nice Headmaster, he does have probably the most things wrong with him, in my opinion, compared to, well, the Headmasters I've had so far. Obviously, he's this weird kind of cool, sporty car. Nice use of two kind of shades of brown. Well, you get this kind of creamy, lighter kind of brown, which should have been Iron Fist's colour. This colour here, the one that looks slightly whiter, should have been the colour they used for Iron Fist. That's the colour I was getting at, the kind of deserty sand colour. And then you get this nice brown bit as well, with nice bits of red on top. So, you know, quite a nice little colour scheme. Very fancy looking car as well. I do like this kind of futuristic car thing. It is quite nice. And of course you get his two guns that place nicely on the top. Not as cool as the positions like Hardhead has, you know, which should make him look awesome. Obviously there is little Stylo, that's his name. I needed to stop the video there and find out what his name was, couldn't remember. Stylo is a typical kind of Headmaster Nebulon partner, like the rest of them. All kind of similar kind of molds, basically. They're a square and they've just been slightly modelled after that. A lot more detail on him than Hardhead's friend, who I can't remember off the top of my head either. A lot more detail on like his chest and stuff, if you were able to see any of that. He's got these little lines across his separating his pecs apart, I suppose you could say. And he's got a nice little visor for a face, well, over his eyes anyway, which is nice. And I am always partial to Transformers that are red, since red's one of my favourite colours. I can't complain about Stylo too much. Can I? Can I find anything to complain about? No. Well, apart from the obvious fact that, you know, Headmaster arms, if you pull them up and move them around too much, they can break. You know, that's always a problem with them. So I'm going to show you how ridiculously easy Chromedome is to transform. I know I don't usually show you how to transform them, because I assume most people have the intelligence to either use instructions or, you know, figure it out themselves. But, you know, Chromedome, yeah, you lift him up like that, bend his feet, twist both the arms down, pull the top down. That is how easy it is to transform Chromedome. And as you can see, that probably took me about 5 seconds to transform him. And obviously, don't buy Headmasters without their heads. They look retarded. Obviously, Headmasters flip and lift the faceplate up. And he's got quite a nice face, I suppose. It is very, very, very simple, though. It looks a lot more like what Brainstorm should have had. You know, because in the series that we had, the English series, Brainmaster had this big faceplate covering his face. But they obviously went for the Japanese way of it and decided to give Brainmaster's head to Chromedome, or at least the style of his head. And that's basically Chromedome. Obviously, with the Headmasters, you flip the little panel down and you can see how tough he is. And he's kind of a weakling. Speed and strength are both at about 5-ish, and intelligence is just above that. So, you know, he's not a very tough dude, or, you know, worthwhile too much. He is a nice figure from the front. He does look quite good, even though his articulation is just his arm spins round, as well as the other one. Again, the colours are exactly the same, apart from obviously the grey bit at the top there. Only problem is when you turn him round, you kind of notice how crap he is from the back. I'll show you the back of Hardhead. This was always the problem with, well, at least these two Autobot Headmasters. The backs were abysmally shite, because obviously, you know, when you transform in him, all you're doing is that. So they needed to have less stuff around the back area to make sure that, you know, nothing got in the way of complicating the vehicle mode. But looking from the back, you can see how long these legs are without any kind of connection. This bit is obviously meant to conceal that flaw, and obviously this bit here, these two wider bits, are meant to cover the large gap again between his arms. Again, the lack of movement is a bit disappointing when you consider that you know, some of the Decepticon Headmasters have a lot more movement, obviously because they're flipping and turning their legs around to make their little beast war thingies. I can't really fault Chromedome because I didn't pay too much for him, and for some reason Chromedome seems to be on eBay anyway, at least for me, the easiest to find and the cheapest out of them. Out of all of the Headmasters, you can get Chromedome probably cheapest out of all of them, I think, and he's most common. I have no idea why. Maybe because he's just a car, and he's, like I've said, he's got these problems. So, you know, he's quite a good buy if you haven't had a Headmaster. Get Chromedome. You can see generally if you like them or not, and then if you don't, well, you know, he didn't cost you too much. So Chromedome, he's quite a good figure. Not probably the worst out of the Headmaster range, but I haven't got all of them, so I shouldn't really say that. Definitely get him if you can. If you can't, you know, I don't think you're going to miss out on much, but that's just my opinion. So this is me and Chromedome saying thanks very much for watching, and I hope this was okay. See you guys later.